Hey guys, just an early heads up, perhaps not so early, but something that I'm seeing more and more. We always talk about blame or how we take responsibility, don't take responsibility, and a lot of people are actually making humans bad. There's a whole lot of different narratives that are mostly all nonsense, mostly all contrived, mostly all manipulated, media fed false narratives. And this video is not to point out which ones are false and which ones are true. That's part of what we all do our own research, and I'll talk more about that at another time. But this is more to do with where you do find that something is ticking you off, or that making you angry. And this tendency that I say to humans are bad, it's because of humanity. And remember, part of this is we are humanity, we are humans. And in as much as we are spiritual beings, I'm not talking about those semantics. I'm talking about when we actually lump and say humans are just bad, people are just bad. It's humanity's fault, because first of all, we are humanity. And it's according to when we start putting out that guilt vibe, that blame vibe, that is in the collective. We're actually adding that vibration to the collective. Secondly is we are not bad. No human is by design bad or evil. Yes, there are evil forces, no denying that. There are evil forces, and there are people who has lost the plot. Gates, all of these guys, they are totally, and a lot of them are not even human. And I don't actually want to even go and speak, because otherwise I'm going to segue this into a whole different discussion. But I'm talking about the pure humans, the 95% of us that are the souls that are walking this path. When anybody, and here's the important thing, when anybody or anything makes you believe that you are at fault, that you are to blame, that you are bad, first of all, don't allow that, because that is, that's the same as anybody manipulating anybody. And I'm believing if somebody is rude to me, it's the same as me then believing I'm at fault. What I'm doing is I'm actually I'm being triggered by somebody else's, either something that I need to see within myself, or somebody else that's projecting something onto me. And I'm taking that then and making that me, which is not the case. So when we label this thing as it's humanity's fault, we are no different. We are actually taking on the projections. We are being triggered, and we are putting it in the collective. And we're also playing into the hands of those who want to control us, who want to say, look, bad boy, bad girl, you can't do it yourself. You are bad. I need to control you. I need to put systems in place because you cannot look after yourself. Look what a mess you make. And that's the big thing. Once we start, and like I say, this can be many sideways to this video, as to many other avenues that this could lead into in terms of the narratives that are going around. My main message for this is, do not fall into the trap to label humanity or us as being at fault. Because the same as with the individual, if somebody is manipulating you and you take that on, you're actually just taking on something that is not you. And then that's what happens in any manipulative relationship. Somebody gives you something, and if you take that offense or that behavior as that's you, then you start becoming it, and you disempower yourself. So that is the tendency I see. So I really want to appeal to anybody, and I know some people mean it with the biggest compassion in their heart. Humanity is bad. Look at how we fucked up everything. We haven't. We haven't. Just look at that language, look at that vibration that you put out, so that we can start really getting into who we really are, divine beings, precious souls, loving alchemists. And then we can start changing the world. Then we can talk further about who and what and where. I love you and hope this message strikes a chord. And please like, subscribe, give me feedback. Great to hear from you. Bye for now.